the defense as they came off the field, really getting to the crowd, rolling their arms, saying, hey, make noise. We need your backing right now. It's getting late. Sean Alexander gets a couple of steps. He'll take it to the 35-yard line. Charles Dorsey on his back. Well, we talk about the Bear winning his 315th. This man here, a protege of his, and the question in the air tonight, is this the last time that he'll be on the sideline here at Legion Field in this Iron Bowl game? Will Gene Stallings step down after tonight? There are many who think that for sure that will happen, Mike.
There's a lot of talk up in this press box about that subject.
Kitchens. 4 times he's been sacked. It's Quentin Reese again. And this is a freshman out of Birmingham that Mike was telling you about. He's been playing more and more, and you see why.
And Freddie Kitchens just looks like a quarterback that's playing with no confidence. He just really is down to 0 in his confidence level right now. Doesn't want to make a mistake throwing the interception. Takes the sack from Quentin Reese, number 86.
Well, Chris Samuels is the guy who's trying to take care of him. He's a freshman out of Mobile, and Chris has got more than he can say grace over right now. Kitchens pass, got it complete. That's Chad Goss. Nolan came up and put the hit on him, and let's see where they're going to spot it, around the 37-yard line.
But again, because of the pass rush and Freddie Kitchens skating to the outside, Chad Goss had to come back. And had to come back underneath the first down marker, forcing another Alabama punt. This Auburn defense is playing great. Second half.
Stockton's kick. This is his best of the night. Very high and very deep. Fair catch is called for and made back at the 13 by Baker. That's a 50-yard boot. We'll catch an NFL Countdown tomorrow as Boomer and the boys start your NFL day off right. They'll look at the turnaround of the Cowboys after Michael Irvin's return. Also a talk with the leading rusher in the National Football League, Terrell Davis of Georgia. Plus the best news and information on NFL Countdown tomorrow at 11:30 a.m.
Ron, I think this is key right here in this time of the ball game. 11:21 to go. Mike DeBose's defense has to get this 3 and out or keep them down inside the 25-yard line and get the ball back for the offense in good field position after a kick.
Pitch comes back to Williams. Rusty tries to break a tackle. He'll have 3. Straight ahead, there's nothing. You can see the gang tackling. Hood, 34, the first man to come through and make the hit. Now right there, behind where they're scrimmaging, is the bulk of the Auburn crowd. And that's the reason you heard the boos now. They thought that the Alabama defenders did not stop in time.
Ron, again, big third down here. You've got it. Your offense is struggling. You can't go 80 yards, but maybe you can go 50 yards to win the football game. But you can't go 80 and long, and Auburn has punted them down the field. They need to stop this third down play here and force the punt.
Third down. They need to take the ball to the 23 to keep this drive going. Play clock is at 3. Get it away. Pressure is there. Pass is caught right over the middle by Bailey. And he'll have the Auburn first down at the 29.
Well, that was big right there. Alabama with the safety blitz. Cedric Samuel, number 13, on the blitz. Damian Craig just stayed right in there. It's blocked very well. Hit Karsten Bailey first down. Field position again. Auburn. There's the safety in his face, but he made that throw. Damian Craig coming up big for Auburn.
Mike, you can't cover much better than that. He was just
threw the ball right in there.
Williams gets outside, turns the corner for 5, 6, and 7. And Kellen Winslow, what do you have?
Well, Ron, I just wanted to piggyback on something that Mike said earlier about Alabama having to stop Auburn. Conversely, Auburn has to have a key drive here and eat up some of this time on this clock. They can't come in here 1, 2, 3 and punt the ball because Alabama is not going to be down for the entire ball game.
Kellen, right now, the situation, the ball at the, they put it down at the 35. And it's going to be a second down and about 4.5. Boy, Staten out of the ball game, we're told, with a bruised shoulder. Williams gets a block. He's going to have the first down, I believe. Let's see where they're going to spot it. Boy, this is going to be very, very close as Kevin Jackson comes up in the secondary to make the tackle. Also, Michael Myers. And you know, we have not called Myers' name very much tonight. They have done a very good job handling him.
I think, again, after that first quarter was over, this offensive line of Auburn has come alive. Victor Riley, their big offensive guard, 6'5", 321 pounds, blocking Michael Myers a lot of the time, and Leonard Thomas, number 60.
First down, Auburn from the 40. Craig's pass is tipped and then should have been caught, and it was dropped by Goodson, and that's Bryant who got a hand on it.
Well, he was right there for the interception, Ron. He read the route all the way. Damian Craig tried to get the ball to Tyrone Goodson. You're going to see number 83, Tyrone Goodson, coming across the field. Fernando Bryant reads this play right off, and he just got one hand on the football. Couldn't get his other arm up to make that interception.
Two catches that should have been made. The ball was spinning kind of strangely after it got tipped. Auburn leads by 6. Clock is now under 8.5. Quarterback draw. Damian Craig right up the middle, and he ran into Ozell Powell. He's going to wind up with about a 7-yard gain.
That shows you what a good athlete Damian Craig is and what good feet he has, because he just kept bouncing around. Ozell Powell had a shot at him, number 78, which you talked about, Ron. It's quarterback draw all the way.
See, Ozell had been turned around. He wasn't even sure that he didn't know he had the football. Wow.
This Alabama defense looks a little tired too, Ron, when you see a play like that by Ozell Powell. He didn't even make the play on the second chance, and it shows me a little bit tired now. Been on the field a long time.
Timeout being called with the Auburn Tigers. They stop the clock with 7:49 to play in our ball game, and they lead by a count of 23-17. We'll be right back. 23-17, the Auburn Tigers leading. And Mike, and looking at total plays in the second half, Auburn 29 snaps on offense, Alabama only 16.
They controlled the ball from the start in the second half. They came out in the four wide receiver set and really have controlled the football.
Craig the only back. It's been an automatic blitz, and that's exactly what happens. Stone right over the middle, has it complete, and Baker being pushed back. Let's see, from where they're giving him forward progress at the Alabama 48, that's a first down.
Ron, the best way you can describe this is just like basketball. You try to find guys to go down and just pivot and try to find open areas and get the football to them, because you got Alabama spread out all over. You got to play man coverage against it. That's Robert Baker, number 21. Kelvin Ziegler, number 20, making a tackle, and that they've got the field spread, and they're controlling the pass rush, and they're finding the open receivers.
Williams dancing up through what appeared to be a small hole. He's going to wind up with a gain of close to 6 yards on the play. And Mike again in that play, and I was trying to watch Michael Myers. They have really done a good job of double teaming him, but they knew they were going to have to. Yeah,
they knew. They had a lot of respect for Michael Myers. They're doing a nice job on the play calling in the second half for Auburn. Really, from the second quarter on, has been excellent, because now we talked about spreading them out with 4 wide receivers. They come back in now with 2 backs, and they're going to try to pound Auburn, or Alabama rather.
Rudd sneaking up into the hole. They run right by him, but that's a great tackle from the secondary, Cedric Samuel, to knock down Williams.
That's the problem when you play Alabama. You have to find a way to control the safeties so that they don't always make plays like you're just going to see here. Sitting up so tight in the line of scrimmage, pitch to Rusty Williams, number 3. You see number 13 sneak up, Cedric Samuel. There's nobody to block him. You're just out of people. Either you crack back with the wide receiver, or you got to try to throw behind him to keep him honest.
This is the 11th play of the drive, and we're about to go under 6 minutes. That's all left in this ball game. Play clock is down to 3, down to 2. Just got it off. Blitz is there. Staten hits him as he gets his pass away, and it is in and out of the hands of Baker as Townsend had the cover.
Covered like a blanket, Ron. Deshae Townsend running stride for stride with Robert Baker. Man coverage again. Blitz is on. You're out on an island if you're the corner right here, running in his hip pocket. When he turns to make that play, you get your hand up there. Deshae Townsend knocks the football away.
So after picking up almost 6 yards on the first down, the Auburn situation is they run out of downs, and they're going to have to punt the football away. 5:46 to play. And now this clock is going to get very, very quick. Auburn by 6. Fair catch is called for and is made by Townsend at the 15. It's a 29-yard kick, but the Crimson Tide will be scrimmaging from their own 14. We'll be right back. No, we've got our own little shootout here, and right now Alabama's holding the gun. But since the first quarter, they kind of aimed it toward their own head, or foot, I should say. They're 86 yards away. 5 minutes and 37 seconds left in the ballgame. That last Auburn drive just shy of 6 minutes. Kitchens pass complete. Vaughn over the middle to the 31-yard line. Good for 17. Well, this is what they're playing for tonight. Alabama wins in the West. They're the division winner. Auburn wins, and an LSU win over Arkansas next week, then LSU would be the division winner. Auburn wins, LSU loses, then Auburn would be the winner of the Western Division of the Southeastern Conference.
And the prize, of course, is a trip to play Florida.
In Atlanta, you're right. 2 weekends from today. Kitchens right over the middle, has the pass complete at the 46-yard line.
Ron, right here, Freddie Kitchens. Junior quarterback, he's 6'2", now standing in the pocket, throwing little square in passes. Hits Calvin Hall here. 2 in a row now. Hits Vaughn, and then he comes back with Calvin Hall. Now that should open the running game a little bit. That's against Antoine Nolan. So let's see now if they get the ball in the running back's hands or keep throwing the football here.
Cheer goes up, roll Tide. Kitchens looking, flag comes down. That's probably going to be holding as Kitchens runs. Enough for the first down, out of bounds down at the Auburn 39. But let's check out this marker, and when it was thrown and where it was thrown, you'd almost have to guess holding.
It's a good guess, Ron. It's holding.
Our situation, Auburn 23, Alabama 17, 4:40 left to play. Following the penalty, it's going to be a first down and 31 yards to go. Pass incomplete. Riddle couldn't hold on as it was thrown hard and low. That was Ware with the cover. Can't tell you how important that last drive was for Auburn. They held the ball 5 minutes and 45 seconds, and although they came away with no points, they kept this man's football team off the field, and now they're going to very shortly have to go to hurry up.
And Ron, the penalty is really tough to overcome in this situation. They need to get a little bit of it back on this play.
Kitchens steps up, throws the safety valve, and he threw it low. That was Travis Smith, the fullback.
Now you got to get it all back on third down now to keep these chains moving. And the other thing that's important right now, Alabama has 2 timeouts left. So 4:29 to go. So if they don't make it here, they're going to punt. They're going to have to punt the football and then play defense one more time and try to stop Auburn and get their offense back in fairly decent field position. But here they need to go 31 yards here for a first down. Look for them just to hang it up here, Ron.
4 of 13 on third down conversions. Kitchens is sacked. Leonard Carson has him. That's the 5th time that they have been sacked tonight.
can't take a sack again. I know it's easy to say, and you're not out there playing. Freddie Kitchens is the one looking at the pass rush, and it's very difficult to get the ball off. And now Hayden Stockton has to deliver.
Mike, a moment ago, Kitchens had run and it was out of bounds at the 39 of Auburn. Then the penalty came, and look what's happening now. They're punting from back at their own 20-yard line. This is a rocket. Baker all the way back to the 25. "55 yards on the punt, 9 on the return."
Now you turn it over to your defense. Bill Oliver, of course, on that side of the ball has done his job as a defensive coordinator at Auburn, getting the ball back for Auburn's offense. Now Mike DeBose's defense. The pupil under Bill Oliver has to get the football back for his offense or get a turnover here.
Bill told me last night, one of the last things he talked about, he said, I said, a key in the ball game, he said, we got to create turnovers. Well, 5 times Alabama has turned the football over tonight, and it has been key. Craig pitches back to Williams, stuck hard at the line of scrimmage by Cedric Samuel. Now that clock is really going to start rolling in a hurry if you're Alabama. 3.5 minutes down to 3:29. Auburn with 1 timeout, Alabama with 2.
Auburn wants to keep the ball on the ground, Ron, and keep this clock moving.
Craig, running play. Williams puts a head down, and he's going to have about 3. Now it's going to be 3rd down. They got to take it to the 44-yard line, and Alabama's going to call a timeout to stop the clock. So let's take a break. 2:49 left to play. Auburn by 6. Craig does not want to go out of bounds, goes down. You can see the official winding that arm. He stayed on the field of play as Staten and Hood combined on the stop. And now we're about to go under 2.5 to play.
Ron, that was a run all the way, trying to get the quarterback outside just to spend some time. What a nice play again by Ralph Staten. Fought off the block by Fred Beasley, kept Damian Craig inside of him and made the tackle.
Well, ESPN Sunday Night NFL continues tomorrow at 8 o'clock as Brett Favre and the Green Bay Packers look to rebound from their Monday night loss as they take their air show to St. Louis for a battle with the Rams and Isaac Bruce. ESPN Sunday Night NFL tomorrow following NFL primetime.
Well, you practice special teams every day. You go back to early fall practice when you have 2-a-days and you start working on fundamentals and you talk about all these situations. 2:28, your offense is struggling a little bit. You need a punt return or you need a punt block right here out of the Alabama special teams. Auburn on the other side, they want to punt the football and make Alabama's offense go the distance, 70, 80 yards, which they think they got control of that.
Coming after it, and he got it away, and they ran into the punter, but no flag. Going to go dead at the 26-yard line. 37-yard punt, but most importantly, they didn't get it blocked.
Ron, let's see if they go right back to the square ends, to either Calvin Hall or Michael Vaughn. About 12-yard square ends. That's what Freddie Kitchens throws the best. And Michael Vaughn is the leading receiver on this Alabama football team.
Here are the possessions by Alabama in the second half, and there are a total of 6 of them. Punt, interception, interception, punt, punt, punt. Kitchens gets it away, incomplete. Calvin Hall is the man that he wanted. Marcel West coming in from the bench. He's bringing the play. Goss will head out. 2:09 left in the ball game. Auburn by 6.
4 wide receivers set now, taking Pat Hape out of the ball game.
That pass for Vaughn. Riddle, I beg your pardon, 29, overthrown.
Freddie Kitchens just zero confidence right now, Ron. You can see it in his throws. He's trying to push the football, not throwing the football. He's just having a rough go of it here in the 4th quarter.
In the 1st quarter, he was just almost immaculate.
He was perfect. I mean, he threw the passes, got the ball down the end zone, did everything you needed him to do.
He hit 6 of his first 7 passes in that opening quarter. 3rd down. Kitchens gets it away, has it complete, and that is Buchanan. And Kitchens is down. He took quite a shot as he got it away, and it looks as though that his left leg is injured.
Ronnie, he's a tough guy. I'll tell you what, he's played with cracked ribs. He's had a problem all year. He hasn't complained about it. He stays in there. Wow, did he take a hit. And Mark Smith is one of the better defensive linemen, and they didn't expect him to play tonight also. And he's coming in and playing in a hurt.
On 1st down, Kitchens.
Receivers didn't help him right there, Ron. Pumped that football, and they just stayed still. They didn't help him. They didn't come back to him, and they didn't take off, and they just kind of sat down on their route.
1 minute and 50 seconds left as you see Woody McCorvey talking it over with Gene Stallings and with Chad Goss, who brings into play.
Freddie Kitchens is a battler. He'll battle you the whole way.
16 of 28, 254, 2 touchdowns, but the figure on the right is the one that makes you cringe.
Yeah, pretty good numbers except for that one.
Safety valve. Riddle turns it upfield, cuts it back into the middle, has the 1st down, and runs over his own man. Buchanan was looking around, didn't know what to block or what. He got run over.
That's just like a running play there. Throwing a little flare out to Dennis Riddle, get him the ball in the open field, and then let him take off and make some yards. And that's exactly what he did.
1:39 to play. Alabama with another 1st down and over midfield. Kitchens from the shotgun. Again, they swing it out. Riddle cuts it forward. He may have another 1st down. Yes, he does. Now, the official is saying continue to roll the clock, which it will, but the change will keep it until they get them reset. Terry Bowden paces, and for good reason, because this is the best that Alabama has been on offense in the 2nd half.
That same thing again.
Going to go for the end zone. He's got a man there, and pass interference is going to be called. Vaughn had gotten behind the defensive back.
Charles Rose, Ron.
Just ate him up, went right over the top of him.
Charles Rose probably made a good move on this particular play, taking the interference.
Pass interference against the defense. 15 from the previous spot.
Freddie Kitchens again getting outside, hanging this football up. Let's see if Charles Rhodes, number 31, see he was face guarding all the way on Michael Vaughn.
But you're right, Michael Vaughn is going to have a touchdown if he doesn't do that. He made sure he didn't catch the football. Now the penalty moves it to the 17.5-yard line. We have 1:12 left to play. It is Auburn 23 and Alabama 17.
Ron, if you're Auburn, you better know where Michael Vaughn is right now. Number 22 and the back out of the backfield. They're having success throwing to him.
Kitchens steps up into the pocket, pumps it. He'll run inside the 10, and he's down to the 9. Brumbaugh makes the tackle. 102 down to 101. Alabama has no timeouts left.
And one of their touchdowns early in the ball game, they hit Michael Vaughn on a quick slant pattern.
47, down to 46, 2nd and 1. Pass right over the middle, hits him in the hands, dropped it. Then did he catch it? Can't tell. They're going to say yes. It is 1st and goal, Alabama. He juggled it twice and then came down with it.
Ron, that was a slant pass right there to Michael Vaughn. If he'd have caught it on the first catch,
might have scored.
Had a chance. But you got to give him a lot of credit making the second catch.
Clock is rolled back in, down to 37, down to 36. 10th play of the drive, swings out the pass and thrown too low for Riddle. Spikes was coming out to cover, but there also was a blocker out there in the area.
Ron, I think, again, if you hit Riddle out there and he can get off to the sidelines, at least get out of bounds and stop that clock, pick up a few yards, but still a lot of time for Alabama here. Of course, Terry Bowden knows that time's facing him also.
Timeout, Auburn Tigers. And they have none left.
Good timeout, though, because what they want to do right now, with only 32 seconds left, what they want to be able to do is talk it over right now with the linebackers in the secondary of what they expect Alabama to throw at them right here.
Tonight's Visa Players of the Game. From the Auburn Tigers, Spikes, Takeo Spikes, 9 tackles and 1 interception. And from Alabama, Dennis Riddle, 21 rushes, 131 yards. As part of their continuing effort to further the development of amateur athletics, Visa is proud to donate $1,000 to each of these universities on behalf of these athletes. Ron Franklin, Mike Gottfried, and Kellen Winslow coming to you from Birmingham, Alabama, and trust me, nobody has left Legion Field. I mean, this and the thing with this kind of drama, for the next 364 days, they will talk about this one and replay it and relive it. Some folks don't even want to look. It is 2nd down and goal. Kitchens swings it out to Riddle. At the 5. He will score! .26 seconds left. Now, it is not an automatic. The kicking game has not been 100% for the Crimson Tide.
No, they still got to make this extra point. Auburn's going to come off the corner hard.
Brock with the attempt. Gets a good pass. Kick is up. Alabama on top by 1.
Ron, Freddie Kitchens, they moved the running back to the wide side of the field now. Dennis Riddle's going to flare out to the outside, and that's what I said. When you get in the ball outside, now you can't overrun him. Ricky Neal just overran the play. Now you get the ball in your best back's hands in the open field. It was a good call by Gene Stallings and Woody McCorvey. He gets the touchdown. Ron, I want to say one thing here as you see Gene Stallings. I'll tell you, credit Freddie Kitchens. Now, he threw 3 interceptions, but he was able to bring his club back on the key drive. Now, Terry Bowden still has 26 seconds to go. Of course, he doesn't have any timeouts, but you still got the long ball possibilities.
William Watts with the kickoff. That goes out of bounds. So they're going to get a little head start as far as taking it up the field. And, of course, nothing comes off the clock because of it going out of bounds.
Alabama played the first quarter and the last of the fourth one. And in between, Auburn kind of dominated this football game.
You're exactly right. You're exactly right. It's actually, this is a third different ball game. The first one was Alabama. The second was Auburn. And now the Crimson Tide has come back. And let's see if Auburn still has another chapter to go in this book.
Still got a shot.
Craig on top. Too far. Karsten Bailey is the man that he was looking for. That took 6 seconds. We have 20 ticks left.
Bailey counts it defending. 20 seconds remaining. Every man.
Terry Bowden. His ball club just really not functioning early. They've made some adjustments. They really came on. They got to get it done now. Craig under pressure. Runs away from Myers. Gets his pass away deep. It is knocked away by Deshae Townsend. And we have 8 seconds left. Is it this man's last game on the sideline against the Auburn Tigers for the Alabama Crimson Tide? Those are the rumors tonight. As you look at this play by Townsend as he reads the receiver's eyes and knocks it away.
Good coverage by Deshae Townsend. He's played a whale of a football game against Karsten Bailey. Get the prevent defense in here. Now it's guard to goal line time.
Swings it out, has it complete to Williams. Gets out of bounds at the 41. 2 seconds showing on the clock. The secondary has dropped off with 2 seconds left. The line of scrimmage is the 40-yard line. They've dropped all the way back to the 10 and 15-yard line. Looks like a kickoff return. Damian Craig, everything he's got. And it is knocked away by Alabama.
Coach, great game. Is this it for you, Coach? He's out here, Jay.
So Gene Stallings heads to the locker room. Almost an improbable finish, Mike. The way they had stuttered and stammered on offense. You can look at the Auburn faithful as this young man right here. They can't believe it because they had closed the door on this Alabama football team offensively, but the last gasp was good enough.
Ron, I guess that's what makes this rivalry one of the best. The great effort that was given by both these teams tonight. They laid it all out in this football field, both these teams.
Again, we repeat the question. We're going to try to ask Gene, but he was too excited to get onto the locker room. Is it his final game to coach the regular season here at the University of Alabama? We'll find out, I'm sure, in the next few days. Once again, our final score, Alabama 24, Auburn 23. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.